Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make rotating car animations just like this with Stable Diffusion and AnimateDiff. It's pretty simple using the workflow that I made, so let's get into it. At the heart of this workflow is going to be the actual video of the car. This isn't so much a video as a bunch of frames. It's 63 frames just put together, and you might be wondering how I got this. And you can download these from Carvana. They don't just let you download them, but you can download them from their website. And I find it pretty helpful, so you don't have to use something like a drone or, in this case, a massive turntable to take your pictures. So we will go over to Carvana, and I like this Rivian R1T. It's pretty goofy looking, but all we have to do is just grab the CDN link from these elements on the side. So I'm going to hover over this, and it's just a few divs in. You'll know you found it when you see the Vex Gateway link. So we'll double click on that, we'll copy it, and then we can go into our Google Colab. This is just a simple Python script that lets you download the actual images from Carvana and then put them all into a GIF. So if we just go to runtime, run all, let's see, it's going to ask us for our link. We can just paste that in. It's going to start downloading the images. Alright, there we go. Our images are downloaded. Now let's just move on to the next one. It's going to create the GIF. Alright, and now that is finished, you can either download it from this Files tab over here, or you can just click Download GIF. And it's going to take a second because it's a pretty big file. But here we go, we have the entire thing. Alright, and hopping back into our ComfyUI workflow, let's go into this load video node, and let's grab our new GIF. Next, we just have to change the make and model in this middle prompt box. If you want to change the batch scheduling, you can change all the lighting and the angles and stuff, just in case it's not rendering correctly. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to change it from black Tesla Model X to, let's say, the blue Rivian pickup truck. I'm going to do Rivian R1, is that T or S? T. And then that should be it. I don't know if it's going to recognize the Rivian, but it's pretty iconic. And it's using the line art control net anyway at a pretty high strength, so it should be okay. I'm going to go ahead and queue that prompt right now because it's going to take a while. On my 3090, it takes about 13 minutes to do a 63 frame animation. So we'll go ahead and just walk through this workflow right now. We start off by loading up our checkpoint. I'm using Dreamshaper 8. It seems to work really well with cars. And you can use the V3 adapter LoRa for AnimateDiff. I haven't found it to be too useful. I actually think it degrades the quality a little bit, or at least the colors of the final video. So, I don't know, your mileage might vary. But here we have the video parameters. It's pretty much always going to be 63 if you're using a Carvana turntable video. And then the 960 by 544 is a fine resolution for those as well. We're going to remove the background. This background removal is just using U2Net, and it's using your CPU just to save on VRAM. But you could use something like Bria or one of the cloud connected nodes. It goes into our AnimateDiff evolved sampling nodes. We have our video being fed into the control net, so we get the realistic line art, and then we get the control net at strength 1. We ended at 0.75, so there's still a little bit of creativity. It's not going to be completely just line art, but so we can actually fill in the details for the last 25% of the steps. For this K-sampler, I'm not using the efficient K-sampler this time just because it's a pretty short animation, but we're just going to do 30 steps. It doesn't really matter the sampler. You can use whichever one you'd like. If you want to use LCM, you can do that. It just kind of degrades the video quality, but I do recommend using SGM Uniform for the scheduler. That's my favorite. And then these two nodes are optional, the Contrast Adaptive Sharpening and the Rife VFI. This one just makes the image a little prettier, this one makes it a little bit smoother. But that is actually it for all of the nodes. This top one is just going to be your GIF output, and the bottom one is going to be MP4. MP4 is much better for sharing because it's smaller, and it's just nicer to look at because it's not as compressed as the GIF. But you can still share the GIF. The GIF is going to be huge though, just so you know. But oh, would you look at that? It just turned into our new one. This is our Rivian. If you'll recall, our original one was yellow, and our new one is blue. So that worked out really well with the prompting. I like how it turned out. It's a little bit less like friendly and round and more industrial and kind of scary looking, but overall the result is super clean. I love doing this with AnimateDiff with all the different cars. But if you make anything really cool with this workflow, be sure to share it with me. I do have a Discord server. You can join it, link in the description. But yeah, that's all I have for you today. Have a good one.